Oh no.
You need to stop at the stop sign.
Sorry about that, brother. That's Palos Verdes Peninsula all the way out there. Basically do a giant loop all the way around the entire thing. That's like a 30-mile loop, 32-mile loop. All right, today I'm gonna do the Palos Verdes loop. Just getting over being sick, man, for like probably a week and a half. Just feeling like complete crap. Hit like one decent ride, like maybe like 2 30-mile rides since. But today I'm gonna hit Palos Verdes, get some elevation in, get some miles in. I wanna say it's somewhere around like a 30-mile loop. Some people call it the donut loop or the PV loop. Very underrated, especially all the people in like the Santa Monica area. They usually stick to that side, but this place is like, it's like an amusement park for cyclists, I'll put it that way. There's just so many hills. There's even mountain biking out there. Not a ton, at least I don't know. I wanna say there's a lot of stuff that's like not on Strava. More like local kind of stuff that they know about. But there is some like hidden trails and stuff I do not see advertised online, so I wanna go find it for myself. So the easiest way to get to this route is you literally just take the bike path all the way south till it ends. Right in Torrance Beach, Rat Beach area. From there, second the beach trail ends, you're gonna head up the hill to Upper Tier or Redondo, Torrance Beach, whatever you wanna call it. There you're gonna hop on the street. That's where you're gonna begin Pacific Palisades, or not Palisades, Palos Verdes Estates, or Rancho Palos Verdes, it's one of them. All right, we're in Hermosa. He's just whipping it. Stop and get some water real quick. It's Hermosa Beach Pier. Probably only like 5 miles away from the entrance or to the beginning of this loop. So one thing that'll be different today, at least I haven't been climbing a lot of mountains and stuff lately since I sold my other bike. I was using different rims. I like using aluminum rims when I'm doing downhills. Just feels a lot safer. These carbon fiber do not have the best stopping power. It just gets mad dangerous when you're going downhill, especially in the rain. But we'll see how it is. Just gonna have a little faith in them, that's all. That's all you gotta do. I'll say. I think now that I'm more experienced with it, it'll get a little bit easier, feel a little bit safer. Plus I know this route pretty well. But I also know that it's no joke. Some of the turns, depending on when you go. Gonna do a giant loop around the entire peninsula. It's about 20 something to 30 miles. Right now I just headed from Hermosa into Redondo Beach now. And that'll be my last beach. Then you hit Palos Verdes. From Palos Verdes you can access San Pedro, get into Long Beach, hop into the LA River, which is pretty cool. Take that up into downtown. Got a lot of cool options. But you can take it into the Orange County Trail, which is pretty cool. But today we're just gonna do the loop and then probably hop back onto the beach. Maybe do the whole beach, we'll see. Got tons of sunlight left, so. This is Redondo Beach Pier. Just gonna walk through that real quick. This is a little walk zone. There's a police station right there, so they love writing tickets. So this is Palos Verdes right in front of me. Getting up in there. Whoa, there we go. People. That'll wake you up. Woke me up. Yeah, you can see the elevation already on that thing. It's literally a mountain. peninsula and a mountain. And all around it is just beautiful sights everywhere. Giant cliffs. It's just, literally, it's one of the coolest spots to ride. You have to do some climbing. Second you hit the end of this trail, man, it's climb time. I might hit somewhere around 1,800 feet of elevation, I think. I'll let you know at the end. But there's an easy way to add a ton of elevation too. It's Palos Verdes. It's technically Torrance Beach, or it might even be Rat Beach. Nah, this is Torrance Beach parking lot up top, so. I think once the sand starts and the beach trail ends, you gotta walk through the sand to get to the rest of the beach. That's all Rat Beach, Mulligan Cove, and then Palos Verdes. All right. There's your chance to hit the bathroom, fill up water, do all that stuff. From here, there's no other bathrooms, I don't think, till you hit like a Starbucks or a porta potty like halfway through. All right, here we go. There's that famous curb. You see in a lot of the skateboarding videos, TikToks. See, this whole thing's all wax. And so it begins. Here we go. Once you start climbing, the whole damn thing is just like climbing, man. Especially in the beginning. It goes hard in the beginning, man. It's a couple giant hills. One of the bigger hills you can cut out if you really want to. Today we're gonna climb it. This is just a little extra credit, but right here is the entrance. This is how you get to Palos Verdes. Each trail's right down this hill. That's where it ends. You gotta climb up this hill into this parking lot, up to this main road. All right, here we go, we're climbing now. Climb time. Climb time, climb time. Change these gears. All right, this is just a warm up too. This is one of my favorite hills too. Almost there. This is the first hill, almost at the top. You see, the view's changing now. We're getting up in there. This is a very fun hill to go down too. We'll do it at the end. We'll see. Palos Verdes Boulevard. It's called Paseo del Playa. It's the name. And now I climb that hill from the neighborhood, turn on the Palos Verdes Drive. This begins the loop. I'll say it's Palos Verdes Drive the entire time. It turns into like East Palos Verdes Drive or West. So right here you can hop on the bike trail. I kind of hate this bike trail. It's a lot of blind turns. I have a giant shoulder right here, so I'm chilling. Getting a lot of speed right here too. It's also really steep uphill on the little bike trail section at the end. So you gotta be real careful and change your gears real quick. But here I can gain a ton of speed and not have to worry about the hill. You're gonna see me pass some cars in a second. Here we go. Get that speed. Now I have to, there we go. Hill's over. Bike trail right next to me. Okay, so now I have a decision to make. I was thinking about trying this new road. I think it just takes me straight up. Gives me a ton of elevation real quick. But I'm gonna go the opposite way. Show you guys my normal route that I do. If you wanna strictly do the donut, I would say straight right now on Palos Verdes Drive. Right now I'm turning via Almar. We're about to bomb this giant hill into Bluff Cove. And that's just gonna take us to this mega hill that I'm also gonna have to climb. So it's gonna be rough. Here we go. Getting a lot of headwind right now. That wind is insane. It almost knocked me over. All right, you're gonna stay straight. Gonna pass this, it's like a school and a church and a park right here to my right. Once you get to this next stop sign, the only first stop sign, the other one was just a turn. Now I'm gonna make a right down the rest of this hill. Make a sharp right. Bam. Now you see the ocean. This is where it takes me to this really cool little outlook. I'm gonna show you that real quick. Gonna make a right at this stop sign as well. This isn't the real path. Eventually we're gonna make this left. But real quick, I'm gonna show you guys this. All right, cool little gazebo right here. This is a spot to check out. Let's see. Yeah, it's just so nice up there. But it looks like it's just like an immediate climb. The other really cool spot about this, and a very famous, it's a verified segment as well on Strava. It's called the PV Switchbacks. It's a really gnarly climb too. Very fun descent as well, if you want to go down it, if you want to go the opposite way. This is the way I like to climb it. I feel like it's just a great climb. This is my favorite way to go. Going counterclockwise around Palos Verdes. This is a big climb right here. I don't know what they call this one. I guess you'd call it like the Bluff Cove climb. Bluff Cove climb. It's a tongue twister. Right now the grade is beginning to increase. I just shifted down on my front chain ring and I'm already losing all my gears. But from here it's only getting steeper too. This is a very steep hill. And this is only half of it. Half of the steepness yet. The higher you get, the steeper it gets. So right here, you see all these cars. This is where you see a ton of surfers. All of them park up here, walk down the cliffs. It's a really cool hike if you're into hiking, but just to get down to the rocks, to the water. It's a very isolated little cove. If you know it, you know it. Now you do. This is all free parking up here. Yeah, I want to keep going, but I want to show you guys this. I've climbed this plenty of times. I don't need to go for a PR right now. Look at this view. It's a giant cliff. And the wind up here is insane. Look at this. Wow. Cove. Down there, if you follow the coastline, you can follow for miles, dude. It's called the Shipwreck Trail. I'll take you to this old shipwreck called like the Demolisher or something. Some cool, scary name. Sank back in like the 40s or 50s. It's been there since. All right, hop back on this road. Keep climbing. This Jeep pass. This is one of my favorite hills to climb, man. It's just insanely steep. It's not too steep to where it's like only miserable. Like it's just, it's you got a nice view. Like look at this. I'm literally just riding next to a cliff. Second you hit this no parking sign is when it gets a little even steeper. Right now I feel great though. A little break to enjoy the view helped. But look at this. Oh my goodness. This is one of my all-time favorite spots around here. I used to just go down there, look for rocks, spend hours down there, man. Go for that hike I was talking about. Tons of cool little hidden spots here. There's a lot of people don't know about Palos Verdes, man. It's almost like, it's like a second Malibu. Just a lot smaller. I feel like you just gotta keep it hush hush. People don't want you to know that. But I said it, damn it. Yeah, Palos Verdes is just so beautiful, man. Very expensive to live here though. Look at this. And it has just some of the coolest like state beaches, man. There's Abalone Cove, another one of my all-time favorite beaches for like tide pools. I can start making some videos of that stuff too. Show you guys some cool tide pools. Would be nice to take my mountain bike out there. Just get a gravel bike. That'd just be unstoppable. Be able to ride anywhere. I am debating on doing that just for the adventure purposes and getting cool videos. So the second you get here, I can take this road. It's a dead end. It's gonna end in like a second, but I make this left. This is gonna take us back up to the actual loop. Again, this hill that I just climbed, that's just extra credit. You can cut out this entire neighborhood, but who would want to do that? Who in their right mind would want to do that? Who in the right mind would want to climb it? This crazy guy. All right, we're hopping back on to Palos Verdes Drive. Here we go. So that was Paseo del Mar that we just climbed. All right, Palos Verdes Drive West. We're hopping on it. From here on out, we're staying on this until we get to like Trump Golf Course, and then we're gonna cross the street, and that's where we're gonna hit the PV switchbacks. That's a little bit more towards like the San Pedro end, the Long Beach side, which is probably just like the far end of Palos Verdes, the non-LA side. It's gonna be a literal like right as soon as I get past this beautiful curve, you'll see an actual bike lane start, and just about all of Palos Verdes has a bike lane. That being said, Palos Verdes is known for the land falling into the ocean, so the actual loop itself, we're gonna find out today. And I might be doing some illegal riding, but the loop has technically been closed. I may or may not have seen a bunch of people do it since then. And I'm sure we'll see more people do it today as we're riding up to it. Damn, my chain just popped. Motherfucker, this keeps happening, man. Here we go. Fucking chain again. Can't fucking shift without it popping. It's always when I'm going fast too. It's like the worst time for it to possibly happen. Right when everything is really dangerous. Let's have a mechanical malfunction. I gotta shift back down just to get my speed back up, and then I'm gonna risk my chain popping again. It's a vicious cycle. Here we go. Yeah, I'll just try and stay in the small chain ring for a second. You see the view behind me? It's literally just like this the whole time, man. It is one of the most beautiful rides you could do out here, other than Malibu. But Palos Verdes, you're just like literally sitting on these cliffs the whole time. I'm gonna show you guys Abalone Cove too. I won't go down to the tide pools or anything, but I'll try and show you guys it from the top. Hopefully it's low tide and we can get a good view of the tide pools. That'd be cool. Nighttime, this place gets very dark. You need lights. Like backlights, front lights, you need it all. This is not a safe place to ride at night. The last time I rode Palos Verdes, dude, my fucking light fell off, smashed on the ground, stopped working. It started like halfway working for about like 10 minutes, and then it fell off again and completely broke. And then I was just stuck in like the pitch black, dude, relying on like headlights of cars coming behind me. But there would only be a car like every 5 minutes or so. Palos Verdes isn't, look at this Ferrari. But it would get pitch black, and the second the headlights come, it makes everything else even darker around you, other than what's in the headlights. So like, if there's like an uneven road, it would cast these giant shadows, and I couldn't see any potholes, any cracks. I couldn't even see like stop signs and shit coming up. Crazy. The other catch to living in Palos Verdes is you're very far away from a highway. So just to get to your house, to the nearest highway, is gonna take you probably 30 minutes. Just because you're stuck on this little peninsula out in the middle, like, it's so weird, dude. It's like right in the middle of LA and Long Beach. So it's like in the city, like you're trapped by the city, but it's like this little paradise, like right there, and people don't even know about it. Like, look at this place. Does not look like LA. Doesn't look like Long Beach, that's for damn sure. Doesn't look like San Pedro basically is Palos Verdes. The beginning of it, beginning of the peninsula. And Palos Verdes, San Pedro is where it starts getting flat, and that's where the port is. So that's a very popular area. But again, it's very like, only like the locals kind of go in these places. It's weird. Like San Pedro, if I ask any of my friends that live in like LA, or like Culver City, have you ever been to San Pedro? They're like, no. And it's like 10 miles from them, not even. We're like Palos Verdes. A lot of them never even been here. So we're gonna be coming up on that 7-Eleven soon. It's one of the only spots to stop. That's right before you start going to like Abalone Cove. As you see, still 2 lanes, little bike lane on the side. And this is a nice loop. I want to say the entire thing, if you don't stop, somewhere around like an hour and a half, 2 hour-ish, depending on how you ride. Okay. But this also begins a lot of the really fun, kind of like flowy hills, where they're not big, it's not big climbs or anything. There's like quick ups and downs, like big rolling hills. But that's where it starts to, where you're like not allowed. So we'll see. You'll see how much, like there's literally construction going on 365 days a year. It never stops because the ground here is always moving. These hills are gonna fall into the fucking ocean one day. So you could either end your loop right here and head back into LA. You just take Hawthorne Boulevard. That'll take me all the way home. One of the next big streets is Crenshaw. This is the end of Hawthorne, the end of Crenshaw. It all ends in Palos Verdes, at least on the south end. Look at that. And it's a very fun downhill. So right now I'm starting to hit a little downhill kind of. This is gonna take us to, let's say it's called Point Vicente Lighthouse. So this is a really biker-friendly community. Okay, we're gonna pass the old lighthouse. Kind of sucks because you can't go up to it. It's all fenced in. Yeah, see it right ahead? It's a beautiful old lighthouse though. It's like a real lighthouse. You can climb up on this hill. It's insanely sketcy. On the other side where you gotta access it, it's just like a straight drop like down the cliff into the rocks. You do not wanna fall. But it's part of the freedom, man. If you wanna be able to see these beautiful things, that's the risk. And if you don't want them to put fucking fences on everything, you gotta be responsible and set a good example for people. Right here's the entrance. But see, there's no fences, man, stopping you. You fall, you fall. That shit's no joke. Look at that. I climbed that one time, and I'm like, I don't know if I'll ever climb that again. Look how beautiful this area is. You can climb out all the way on these cliffs. It's cool little dirt trails. This is Vicente Bluffs Reserve. So I'm wrong. The next one's Pelican Cove. Did lie though. This spot has little bathrooms too. So does Abalone Cove. So there are a couple spots you can stop. I want to say Abalone Cove has some water fountains as well too. So now I'm just gonna keep taking this straight. I'll show you guys Abalone Cove when I get there. You know what I completely forgot to look out for? And if I got pulled over right now, I would sound like a complete idiot because I didn't look at any signs, nothing. I just kept riding. And I forgot to look for if there's the bike lane closed sign, because it would have been back there right after the 7-Eleven where it says no biking allowed from like this point on. The rest of this is supposed to be closed. At least it was. Right now, I was not paying attention. I swear, officer, I didn't know. That's what I would sound like. Yep, there it is. It says bike lane closed. All right, this is Abalone Cove. Just had to stop and charge my camera for a little bit. This is one of my all-time favorite beaches, just favorite spots to hike. Come and just relax. Low tide at this beach is insane. Like all these rocks come out. And it's just like this giant boulders too, not even rocks, like cool boulders that you can hike over. Some of the coolest tide pools. The only other cool tide pools that remind me of this would be Laguna Beach, which is an hour away, or Malibu, which is an hour north. That's crazy. The people that you meet at this place are people from all over the world, but then I never meet locals from Los Angeles here. You'll meet people from other countries. So across the street, I want to say, this might not be it yet. This is probably just all private property, but this is starting to look like Palos Verdes Nature Preserve, which I believe is on the next side. On the other side of this cliff, I think is the beginning of Portuguese Bend, another very famous area for hiking, just really cool, secluded coves. You kind of got to hike to even get to them. I think there's no parking even. There's no parking along this actual road out here, which is Palos Verdes Drive. It's all tow away. So it's how are you even supposed to get to those cool coves unless you hike? You gotta do an 8-mile hike or something just to get there and back. But it's totally worth it. There's these secret sea caves. I found cool harbor seals out there, which is pretty cool. You don't see them very often. You usually see the sea lions. But you gotta go during low tide as well. A lot of these beaches, if you go during high tide, you'll get stuck. Or if you go during low tide and then high tide starts, you'll get stuck out there, man. Just like Malibu or Laguna Beach. It's the thing about these beautiful beaches, they got really cool cliffs. But if you go out there and you get stuck out there, there's no way back up for the most part. You're gonna be calling a helicopter to come and rescue you. And some, man, you'd be screwed. Especially if the beach runs out or the water level gets too high and there's nowhere else to go, then what do? You're gonna be swimming. Always think about it before you go. As pretty as it is out here and as fun as it seems to hike, it can get extremely dangerous really, really quick. I want to say I've even seen videos of people over here at Abalone Cove that fell down into the sea cave where I'm talking about. There's it looks like a little river, and that's where it's rocks on both sides of you, and the water pressure is insane. So it just slams you up against the rocks. It could kill you, or it'll knock you out and then you just drown. But there's videos of people get stuck in there, and somehow, man, luckily enough, you got out. But hopping back on Palos Verdes Drive. There's a couple little free parking spots. California loves doing that, where they'll put 3 parking spots just to kind of deter too many people from coming here. Just kind of respect it. That's awesome, man. Now they're not even keeping up with the shoulder. That's making it even more dangerous for cyclists. It's like, dude, just keep it clean. Let us ride. That was the only bad section right there. But to cut it out and get around the no biking zone, it's like impossible. So I just went through it. And it was not that bad. Same as it always was, other than the less clean road. All right, we're now coming up on Trump Golf Course. You know what that means? The switchbacks are right around this corner. The descent here is awesome too, man. Definitely recommend bringing a tail light. Honestly, I should have brought my headlight too, just for the blinking feature for when I'm riding next to cars, just so they can see it in their rearview mirror. It kind of helps. Just keep me more safe, keep everybody more safe. All right, here we are. Another little spot with free parking right here. Little park. Maryland Ryan Sunset Point Park. All right, right now the bike lane has disappeared. I guess you'd hop right there. It's turning into a turning lane. But it just looks sketchy. Just gotta get around this corner and we're gonna start the switchbacks. I can see the light now, and I can see the climb up in the distance. Now this hill can get sketchy because there's a lot of fucking drivers with nice cars. This is the popular like car driving hill for them to like want to do drifts or film videos of them going around corners. This dude, he's gonna dip. He's gonna climb the hill too, watch. He's got a nice trek. Damn, there's like fucking 50 cars coming now. All right, I'm just gonna cross. That's a crosswalk, there you go, boy. Oh, crossing the street. So, this is a spot where you can like kind of make your decisions. If you continue on this road, that'll take you in the San Pedro. This one is the official donut loop, they call it, or the PV loop. This one kind of cuts off the San Pedro part. Or like, I wanted to figure out the name of the beach. I think it's like White Point Beach. A couple different ones. What's the other one? Cabrillo. Yo. Always see dudes chilling on them fucking little spots right there, smoking, drinking, doing whippets. Really nice. Enjoying the view, man. You gotta do whippets to enjoy this shit. Some of that galaxy gas. Because it's just not pretty enough. The whole point of the switchbacks, man, is the view. So out there you can see that giant Carnival cruise. They're leaving the Port of Long Beach or San Pedro. That's where it leaves from, right by the USS Iowa. That ship is huge, dude. It's like bigger than the cliffs here. That's insane. See the cars behind me. This is where I gotta be really careful. You gotta hug the side, man, because there's a lot of blind corners. Cars and motorcycles come dipping around these corners, man. And they're just trying to go fast. They don't give a shit about other people. Yo, the goats are back. That's all the goats. The fire prevention goats. They eat the grass to prevent fires in summertime. So right now, we're starting to get less rain. So, damn, getting sunscreen in my eyes. Start sweating hard in a second. Right now, I'm still at the beginning of the climb. It's gonna get steeper soon too. This is a really steep climb for cars, let alone cycling. Cycling, it's really not that bad. the ending, like right now, you see now the steepness is starting to go up, but I'm still in my big chain ring in the front. Yeah, right now I'm standing up. Let's get around the switchback. Right now it is a blind corner. That's when cars, you're most likely to get hit. So it's like, dude, be on it. Speaking of being on it, I don't have my fucking backlight on. Let's be safe. All right, switching that on. Switched it on now. Always make sure it's on the blinking setting, especially in daytime. That empty IPA on the side. Like I said, a lot of people come up here to drink and party and then drive like assholes on fucking cliffs. It's really crazy. You'll see a lot of cops waiting out here too. Yeah, I'm just going at a nice pace. And this is not the end of the climbing either. There's still a little bit. This is the rest of the hard part. There's a couple little, there's still gonna be ups and downs, man. So we are officially in the mountain. It's a peninsula, but it's a mountainous peninsula. Not sure how many feet over sea level we are, but probably hit somewhere around like, I wanna say 16 to 1800 feet. You see the switchbacks. It is so beautiful. I love this place. These are the closest mountains to me too, which is nice. I can ride here from my house and back. That's somewhere around like a 33-mile loop, which is not bad. For the sights, it's awesome. It's all about just keep a nice steady pace. All right, now as we're in the shoulder, it's a lot tighter. Be real careful. This is where cars, they're gonna be looking over the side, not thinking about bikers. I'm in my last gear, but in my big chain ring still in the front. This is a great spot to see Catalina Island as well. You can catch the ferry right out of Long Beach. You see it a little bit out there. It's just really cloudy today, or smoggy. Just keep that pace. Go up a chain ring again, make it a little harder, go a little faster. Now you see all Palos Verdes over there. We're now just about at the top of the mountain. This is the end of the view though. I want to say the view ends here. But once we get over this hump, we're gonna get a really nice view of the port, San Pedro and Long Beach. Probably see all the way into Orange County, like Laguna Beach Mountains. Yeah, this isn't the craziest climb, you know. It's definitely bigger climbs than Malibu or the Angeles Mountains. Damn, my nose is running. Whew. Almost at the top. Look at these fellas. What are y'all doing here, man? Trying to cook up? You're gonna get cooked. Hanging out on the asphalt. What the hell y'all snouts doing? All right, we're officially on Palos Verdes Drive East. That is the switchbacks. So instead of Palos Verdes Drive West, we're on East now. That's that left turn. If I would have stayed down the mountain, then that would have took me into San Pedro or Long Beach. Now this is gonna kind of cut you through the mountains now. So this is where all the climbing is, which I just did right now. It's gonna be a little more climbing left. Probably another 600 to 800 feet or something. Don't quote me on that, or do, I don't care. All right, this is UCLA, yeah. UCLA South Bay. There's like a branch of UCLA. Very far away from Brentwood or wherever the rest of UCLA is. This is about the farthest point you can get to, like Palos Verdes from the rest of like LA. Like right at the tip of the peninsula. All right, so now begins the downhill. This is a fun fucking downhill, man. It's like a roller coaster. Like I said, there's a little bit more uphill still, but a lot of it, you can just gain a ton of speed and just kill it on the uphill. Not even have to think about it. Right now I'm not even pedaling, gaining speed. Skipping my gears. I never even went down to my small chain ring for the entire switchback, so you can really just keep your speed up. It's not that serious. It doesn't get that steep. You can really pace yourself. It's maybe around 1,000 feet, but it's not the it's not that serious. A lot of people are 1,000 feet. It's just you beginners, man. All right, let's get in position. Let's get some speed. In a second, I'm just gonna take the lane. Make sure my blinky light's on. I hope it's blinking. And now we're gonna get a lot of speed. It's gonna be a lot of twists and turns. And there's some potholes too you gotta be careful about. So, be careful and enjoy it. Right now I'm gonna take the lane. We're gonna start our turns. It is smart to have a front light on too, so these cars can see you, because there's a lot of shadows. Right here begins the view of Long Beach. I should stop. All right, I'm gonna stop and show you guys. There's a great spot to stop. Just gotta be careful. Come from here. Show you guys the view. This is all the Port of Los Angeles. It's a little smoggy right now. I'll show you guys everything. All down there, you can see the all the shipping containers. I think it's called like Sentinel Island or something. It's a giant bridge right there. Takes you into the island. And there's another giant bridge. Takes you into Long Beach. Right from here, that's where the Carnival cruise just left. You see it out there a little bit. There's another giant ship. It's downtown Long Beach. Right there is, you can hardly see it, but that's all the Orange County beaches. Orange County Beach Trail. The car was really stopped on a bad spot. There's a blind turn right here. You get cars flying up it, flying down it. Just gotta be careful. So, where else? Somewhere down in here is where I add my San Pedro route. I want to find, that might be the street over there, I forget. But that'll take you to Point Furman. The Friendship Bell, that big bell that everybody stops at. It's called the Korean Friendship Bell. That's where the old, I think it's like a Navy base or Marine base. They're all from like World War II or World War I or something. All ships out there. It's cool. All right, let's keep descending. It's gonna be the first time doing this one with my carbon fiber rim in the front again. Before I was rocking just an aluminum in the front and a carbon in the back, just to help me with descent, because these ones don't have the best stopping power. Last time I did this was in the rain too, I think. So this gets real sketchy. Palos Verdes kind of has its own climate too. Like, it could be like the sun shining everywhere else and it could be like raining up here. It's so weird, dude. There is one other left turn we gotta make. coming up. Not yet though. So right now I got a little bit of climbing to do and then more downhill. All right, back on the downhill. Gotta watch these turns. Cars behind me. Trying to just stay to the side, but also just take my space, keep it safe, make sure I can safely make these turns. Once it's safe, I'm gonna get back to the shoulder right now, let the cars by, if they will. Sometimes they get scared and they don't want to, like right now. Oh, never mind. I was imagining. Here we go. Turn. In position. It's kind of a headwind right now, at least in this spot. No cars behind me. Just take the lane. Caution, watch downhill speed. So now, that left turn is going to be coming up soon. All right, we're taking this turn. Oh yeah. It is beautiful out right now. I love this place. Pedaling, keep my speed up. Oh, I still had a gear. There we go. No cars behind. Just take the lane. Pedaling. These are the parts of the downhill where you're pedaling so fast. It like, I don't know how to describe it, like torques back on your chain and it pops off sometimes in like the reverse direction. All right, let's get this turn. No cars. Oh yeah, my chain popped. Right now I'm not gonna keep pedaling. Just gonna make it riskier. I gotta pull over, just get that shit back on. Oh, I was hoping I could save it. Nope. It's off. Let's keep coasting. This is not my first time having my chain pop off in this exact spot. It's probably like the 10th time, dude, in the same spot. It's always from pedaling. Just pedaling too hard. Woo, dodge the potholes. I don't want to pull over yet because I don't want to lose my speed, but I want to wait till it's safe. But it's like, why get rid of your speed, you know? Enjoy it while you can. Yep, right now the uphill is gonna start again. This looks so familiar to me. I want to see it's its exact spot, dude. Every time, man. Chain's back on. All right, now that left turn's coming up. Right at this light. I'm gonna hop over with these cars right now. Gonna stay in the second lane in. And that's gonna take me to the shoulder when I turn. There we go. Let's turn. So right here is like another little nature preserve. That's what we call it. Dapple Gray Park. What the hell that is, damn. Right here is an equestrian area too. See a ton of horses, a lot of little farms and stuff. I smell them, I smell the horses. We're coming up on the end of the loop. Feel a little bit more inland to start hitting the PCH again. It's kind of like the inner end of the peninsula, right where it begins, where the mountain begins. Called Rolling Hills. They have a really cool botanical garden out there too, on Crenshaw Boulevard. called the West Coast Botanical Gardens. Really cool. It's huge too. Alright, well, Palos Verdes Drive north now. From east and west, now north. Roanwood and Palos Verdes Drive north. Still in the equestrian area. Hopefully I pass the other spot that has the goats usually. But now I've seen the goats out near the switchbacks, or on part of the switchbacks, near, I think it's Portuguese Bend, or Trump Golf Course. Hawthorne Boulevard now. It's another spot where I could just make a right, take me back into the city. Stay straight. We got a couple more streets, and then we'll be done the loop. Well, we'll go back in Redondo Beach at the beach trail for a smidgen and head home. This part of the road is so beautiful, man. All these willows trees. I think it's willows. They look like it. Spot's even green during the summertime. Right now we're early April. It's April 7th right now. But this spot, this reminds me of like West Virginia or something, like, other than the few palm trees you see. But it doesn't feel like Los Angeles at all. Get a little speed. Oh no. Whew. This guy out.
You need to stop at the stop sign.
Sorry about that, brother.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Time to get out of here. Woo! All right. Damn. Time to get out of here. How fast can I go? I genuinely feel bad for running that stop sign. I really didn't mean to. Whew. Oh shit. Now I'm gonna blow a couple more stop signs. Nah, I didn't feel bad. It's kind of a busy time. This guy go first. I'm paying off, the cops are up. Damn, that was so stupid. I should have been paying attention. Damn, that made me feel stupid. I really should have been. These areas too, man. Redondo Beach, Torrance, Palos, Verdes, man. The cops, they do not play. Catch you running stop signs, they will get you. All right, that was the Palos Verdes loop. Quite the ending too, damn. I might hit a PR out there. That cop threatened to give me a ticket. Might be the fastest I've ever ridden. Funny. He feels cool about it. We get married on the beach. Attempting to. Cops are out today. I just passed another one. They're trying to write bikers tickets. This is only an 8-mile-an-hour bike lane. You can literally run faster than that. And people do. Like this guy, probably running over 8 miles an hour would be my guess. Cops down there. All right, that was the PV loop. 36 miles right now. Not too bad. It's one of my favorite rides, man. Sucks that it's technically closed. So we technically didn't do it today. But it is what it is. That was all AI. That's what it would look like if you were to do it. That was an AI simulation. I did not ride the no biking area. I swear. Same with the cop. That was all AI generated as well, I swear.